Hey, welcome to Caching in the Northwest. You know, this is the podcast from the birthplace of geocaching right here in the great Pacific Northwest. Now, it's Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific, and they call me Chris of the Northwest. And we're going to talk about geocaches and geocachers from here and all around the globe. So while you're searching for the buffet on the Lido deck, we'll be caching in the Northwest.
Oh, yeah. Lido took the boat that day, left the town or something like that. Hey.
Whoa. Yeah.
There you go. I'm glad to see you all here. I'm Wits End, and tonight we're talking about cruising and geocaching with, it says it here, so I can't deny it, the most requested returning guest, SubwayMark.
Me?
Welcome back.
Go figure.
The Love Boat.
Yeah. It's exciting and new.
Come aboard. We've been expecting you.
Indeed. Listeners, give us your feedback. Share your thoughts through that live chat thing. Just kind of bleep bloop stuff down there. You know what to do. And there's a quick cruise joke here I've been asked to read. A nervous first-time cruiser asked the captain, "Do ships like this sink very often?" "No," replied the captain. "Usually only once."
So true.
Is cruiser the right term for a cruise ship passenger?
Yes.
Okay.
Or, you know, a very large naval vessel.
Or a person who drives around the block 20 times.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
people that go downtown looking for trouble or trouble finding them or something.
Some people like the joke, okay?
Hey, I did.
It must have been the delivery.
I just said I was asked to read it, so I did.
Okay.
It was in the notes, you know.
That's right. Okay. I'm going to try this.
Okay.
Hey, we appreciate the support of our patrons who help this podcast come to you each and every week. I'm not even ready. Hang on. I usually have lots of time to bring up the little graphics while Land Monkey's reading, and I wasn't ready for that. Like Land Sharks, one of our corporate Denali level sponsors. Wow, this is not easy. Whether it's new containers or caching gear, if there's something you want to get in your summer geocaching, order online today from Land Sharks. That's with a Z.ca. The next one, see, now I'm on top of it. Cachely is the premier geocaching app for iOS. Version 8.1 with Cachely Pro features offline maps of the entire world so you can navigate while offline, which is really useful. If you know you're going to somewhere, there's places in Eastern Washington, there is no cell service. So if you get all this stuff and you cache is the unfortunate term it has to use. If you cache all these maps offline ahead of time, you're good to go. Okay. They do DeLorme and counties, which I'm working on, so that you can finish those grids. And coming soon, CarPlay support. So find Cachely in the iOS App Store or go to cachely.com. And as some people in this listening audience have been to recently, Valemount, where every season offers its own unique adventures. Nestled in the mountains or our village is surrounded by towering peaks, lush forests, pristine rivers, providing endless opportunities for year-round exploration. And it's back for another year, Vale Fest. Now, the ALE in Vale is capitalized. So it's like a V Ale Fest, right? It's the ultimate mountain mashup of bold flavors, craft beer, lively music, and good vibes. Featuring music from whom, Wits End?
Well, 5 Alarm Funk, don't you know?
Gotta love the 5 Alarm Funk. I heard a good band name today, Minus the Bears. When you show up anywhere minus the Bears, it's not too bad. So there's 5 Alarm Funk. There's local
BJ then.
Yeah, just BJ. BC Brews, and it's also Bike Fest weekend too. That's Saturday, September 13th. That's coming up. Get your plans to get to Valemount at the Canoe Mountain Rodeo Grounds to dance, sip, savor, or send it on the rails, or the trails in this case. It might be the party of the season.
Sounds like we need to hop on over.
Oh,
Hops.
I see what you're doing there. But, folks, it's that time of the show. This awkward segue from the vendors to to the glow, because some may ask, what is a glow?
What is a glow?
Thank you for asking. Some may ask, Bryling's always ready, and he seems to want to shout it. What is
I
a
was going
glow?
to say, there's no question mark. So is it really a question?
Yeah.
It's an exclamation
That's right.
statement.
Each week I come and ask you, hey, why don't you call in to 253-693-TFTC and show us just how you glow? And guess what? After
Somebody finally
years
did.
of asking, somebody's done it.
Holy cow, it works.
I know. Shh. Well, I was going to say, shh, don't tell anybody, but yeah, tell everyone.
Yeah.
So this comes in from Sprouter. Let's take a listen.
Hey guys, Sprouter here. Just wanted to say I saw a Chris of the Northwest sighting this past weekend at multiple events and a first to find. Gotta say it was fun running into you guys, and yeah, it was fun. I don't know what else to say, man. But I loved your log, Chris, on the first to find. It took 18 cachers, 30 minutes to find a cache. That's 9 total hours. That was a bear of a cache. Anyway, keep on caching, guys. Stay safe. Talk to you later. Bye.
There you go. It was a bear, not quite a skookum bear, though.
And not minus the bears.
That's right. Oh, wait, minus the bears, I don't think would go over well. I just realized now what's going on in the background. I disapprove of the band name.
But he does approve of a bear of a cache.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
So that was Sprouter. We spent the day together in Port Orchard. I asked that as a question because those towns over there confuse me. Yes, I believe it's Port Orchard. And found, after hours of searching, you know, the team I was with, the 6 of us got there first and started looking. And then more came and more came. By the end, as you rotate through, like there's only about a 3-foot area you could stand where you could actually find the cache.
Mm-hmm.
But it's over the edge of a bank, near a bank, and near the river. And we're like, so somebody's asking the CO, hey, is it near the bank? Which bank? Well, the money bank that's over here. Oh, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to that. Okay. So anyway, finally found it. It was a nano stuck in among the bushes, and it was quite the challenge.
It was a bear. It was a bear of a cache.
Bear of a cache. I don't know if I've had that many people looking for a first to find before. So there you have it.
It was a party.
Bears and all, or minus the bear.
Yogi Bear.
Oh, I like Yogi. So, folks, if you want to get into tonight's chat and you're already in there, use the hashtag cruise, which somehow somebody has already figured out and they're using it. Use the hashtag cruise to ask for anything, and we'll make SubwayMark answer it. And then use the hashtag FADAS to bring up any topic for the after show. Oh, SubwayMark, we didn't tell you that, right? We've changed the show a little bit since you were on last.
You don't have to answer it correctly. You just have to answer it.
Make it up as I go along.
Yeah, that's what we do. You're one of us now. And if anything goes sideways tonight, we just blame the monkey and move on.
We can always pull the plug and sync.
By the way, if the monkey asks, Chris nailed the sponsors tonight. It was perfect.
Thank you. I like you. The check might be in the mail. It might not, but I don't know.
You never know. It's a possibility. Well, before we jump into cruising, who doesn't love adventure?
Me. Wait. No, I love adventure.
Well, there you go. You would like to celebrate Adventure Day. It's coming up next month. No, almost next month. October 18th. It feels like September already to me.
Month,
just a few days left
one.
in August. So,
month plus 1 minus the bear.
Okay. Wait, now I got to do formulas in my head here.
Well, I heard a comedian saying math is no problem until it starts to look like English.
Yeah,
that's true. There's letters involved. Forget it.
Man A and Man B are in a boat. Calling all adventurers, Adventure Day is back and better than ever, according to the geocaching.com blog. Celebrate Adventure Day is October 18th. Whether you're visiting an area for the first time or passing by on your daily commute, adventures are waiting around every corner. We have a lot of roundabouts in the Tri-Cities, so I don't know if they're here because we don't have as many corners.
Right.
But, you know.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
Good luck for you.
Adventure Day is a collective celebration that reminds us that every day should be an adventure. What better way to mark this day than with a souvenir? Yeah. See, it's
Wait.
all about you tonight, SubwayMark.
I'm supposed to do something and I'm not ready.
Oh,
There we go.
I feel better. So you can get this from, it's October 18th, but you can go from Friday the 17th to Sunday, October 19th. You can celebrate Adventure Day. To earn the Adventure Lab Adventure Day souvenir, just complete 5 Adventure Lab locations. They don't all have to be in the same adventure.
Oh.
Okay. So sometimes you get the four of them, and the 5th one is 2 miles across town and you got to get back to work or something.
Mhm.
Grab another one somewhere else. Adventure Lab expands the ways people explore and learn about the world around them through interactive, community-created, self-guided tours and experiences, and dare I say, and adventures. If you're already a geocaching member, these stages count as caches toward your geocaching account statistics and total finds. And in some areas, you can pull into a rest stop and get many, many, many in one stop.
You can do it right here in Washington State. You can do it in West Virginia, and I'm sure at many points in between.
And coming up in Oregon soon, I think, or if not
Yes.
already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can do it at a trot. You can do it at a gallop.
You can do it so your heart don't palpitate. Just don't be
Anyway.
late. You know, CRS 98 has asked twice now, where is SubwayMark's background shot from?
Oh, from behind him.
Oh, okay.
It's underground
Oh,
as Madrid Metro.
Madrid.
Madrid.
As in Spain or
As
just,
in
know.
España. Yes.
okay.
See,
Or like Madrid, Idaho. Who knows, right?
it could be. The Madrid Fault in the middle of the United States. Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
You could shake it up.
Hey, we have more news. The
Do tell.
2025 GIF event. The submissions are in. Let the events begin. Geocaching community is full of storytellers, filmmakers, and artists of all types. So the Geocaching International Film Festival, or GIF as we like to say it here, to cover all our bases. Should it be GIF? Should it be GIF? We say it both ways at the same time. Is an opportunity for geocachers to share their cinematic creations with the world. Celebrate the creativity of geocaching community by hosting and attending a GIF event November 6th through November 16th. And then you get to vote for your favorite films. All event attendees will earn the exclusive, dare I say, elusive 2025 GIF souvenir. So, are you ready to host your event? You need to read the official tips for hosting an event and the FAQs. Submit your event to geocaching.com at least 2 weeks prior to the date of the event.
We're 2 months out, so you got time.
You want to go sooner than 2 weeks, let me tell you. Once your event is published, then you go out and fill out the GIF sign-up form. Okay, so once you've got your event, then you go do the form. And then you wait. You wait for your event to be approved via email by the GIF team at Geocaching HQ. So once you could do that, they add you to the official GIF list, and you will receive the film reel prior to the event. And then that means you get to look at it before anybody else does.
Cool.
So there you go. I've hosted a GIF event before, rented out a theater. It's fun. The local theaters near you, they love this, right? And they're all set up for it because they're all now set up to do gaming, right? You can bring your Xbox, your PS5. They have a long HDMI cord. They plug that in, and whoop, everything's up on the big screen. Same works for a laptop.
I think I still have my Atari 2600.
Yeah, that may be a challenge. Can you imagine how big those pixels will be? Bigger than your head.
Exactly.
Good
You have
luck
the-
playing Duck Hunt though. Without a CRT, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah,
But
that's
do you have
right.
do you have the RF switch? Back and forth.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember that.
All right. Oh well. If you've had enough news, too bad. There's more. It's time. It's the season, don't you know? Cash in, trash out, season 2. It's almost to start. It's coming up soon. What better way to give back to your community than by hosting or attending a cash in, trash out, or CETO event? Every bag of trash collected, tree planted, or CETO project completed counts towards our goal of leaving the global geocaching game board better than we found it, because that's just a nice thing to do. CETO projects can range from litter cleanups in local parks to tree planting initiatives in urban areas. Chris has hosted the CETOs cleaning up a road there in Tacoma. I know he's, so
That was in Auburn.
Auburn. Okay. Multiple times though. You went back to the same location.
Yeah, that was for the WSGA. They sponsored that road.
Okay.
It was nice. So yeah, we went a couple times a year. It's great. There was never a lack of something to pick up there. People are like, "Oh, I've been here
sure.
so many times. There's nothing to do." That was never true here. You could find some very interesting things.
Well, if you'd like to get out and clean up the game board and get your CETO Season 2 souvenir or whatever recognition they're giving out here,
Put your CETO on.
it's coming up soon. Remember I said it felt like it was already almost September or already September? September 1st. That's just Monday, so it's very soon.
Wow.
That's when the season officially starts. Runs all the way through Sunday, November 30th, so you could host a CETO on the way to your GIF event because that's in November. You
like
could get 2 in one day.
That would
So-
get you 2 souvenirs.
Get out there and get ready to make a difference.
That was a good call to action. I'm going to do something now.
Okay.
What?
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I'm going to say that Monday is a holiday for most people in America. So you get a free day to go out and get that first CETO event.
Yeah, it's a little late to host one, but if there's one already planned, you could attend it.
Like the one held in Pioneer Square in Seattle monthly.
Yeah.
I worked up there. You don't run out of things to clean up there.
No, he says, to be honest, it could be held daily and you wouldn't run out of things to clean up.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Some of the lackeys, I think, hosted a CETO at like 5 a.m. at the King Street station there in Seattle. So if you ride the train up early, get up a little earlier, take the train, do the CETO, and then walk to work. I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah.
I missed it,
Yeah.
but I thought it was a great idea.
Well, there's one Monday up on Snoqualmie Pass hosted by geocaches. So check that one
Oh.
out. GC Bravo Bravo 2 Bravo Victor. Lots of Bravos in there.
That's 3 Bravos separated by a 2, which makes now confusing for everyone.
Mhm.
Just Carlo submitted a good GIF film. Fingers crossed it'll make the cut.
Hey, I'm looking forward to hoping
I
it
don't have
does.
any doubt.
Yeah.
I've seen the things Just Carlo does, and it's worth it. Okay. SubwayMark.
Yes.
I know you don't believe it, but you are the most requested guest on the podcast. People come up to me and go, "When can that SubwayMark come back on?"
Are
So-
they all subversive underground people?
Or drunk.
Oh, that would be true.
Or both. It's hard to tell, but yeah.
I think Mark has filled in several times when I've not been able to make it. So maybe they just like my absence.
Oh, I never thought of that.
No. I don't think that's it at all.
Well, Land Monkey's not with us tonight, so maybe
Now
Well,
that
it-
might be true. And he can't defend himself, so it's okay. I think Land Monkey has an aversion to me being on the podcast, so he had to, run away.
that's right.
Because I take the spotlight away from him, and he doesn't like that.
That could be.
Yeah, that's so true. So true. Hey, thank you for joining us this evening. We really do appreciate it.
Well, no problem. I like being on
Even
it.
if you're stuck in a subway that apparently isn't moving.
It's true. It's a service delay.
Oh,
Even-
okay.
Yeah, even the travelers back there are moving very slowly.
It's a time it stopped.
Ah,
Oh,
It is it's Spain. It's siesta time. So
oh yeah, that's stopped.
true.
Dead
Yep.
stop.
yep, that's it. That's what it is.
Yep. I remember being in France, and yeah, siesta is like, what am I supposed to do for an hour and a half? And then after a little bit of time, you're like, this is really nice. I like
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah.
And then you start eating at 8 p.m. and then drinking until like 1 a.m.
Yeah, may we? It's the thing to do. Oh, so SubwayMark, you've had some travels recently. I recently, right? As in, yeah. What are some of the? Where are some of the places you've gone? Some of the things you've seen? Tell us.
Well, so in May I went to Spain and Portugal
Wow.
and Morocco. Those were all 3 new countries for me.
Okay.
So that was so more stars on the geocaching map. And with going to Morocco, I added Africa. So now I've been to 5 continents,
Wow.
which is pretty
Impressive.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Geocaching. Had you been to the continents without geocaching?
Yes, I had been.
Okay.
So I've still been to 1 country pre-geocaching that I haven't geocaching, and that's Italy.
Okay.
Or Sicily, really, because Sicily is its own world. But
They don't really want to claim that they're Italian. They're Sicilian.
Never go up against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
See, exactly. He doesn't say an Italian. Oh no, it's a Sicilian.
it's a Sicilian, and
Yep.
just a quick segue. While in Sicily, so on my commute to work, I would pass by a judge's house, and in front of the judge's house was a guy with a Uzi at the ready. So I decided I wasn't going to ask him for directions.
Huh? How come?
Worried about mafias,
Yeah. Okay.
the mafioso, and it's pretty strong.
Wow. Yeah. When I was in Africa, you would see basically the National Guard of the army, with automatic weapons. The only thing I knew is they didn't have any bullets in their guns. So like, what are they going to do? Hit me? Anybody can hit me.
That's true.
Wait, no, that's not an invitation. Let's move on to the next question, shall we?
Well, when I was flying over to Spain, I watched this certain podcast on the plane.
Did you know?
Oh, like
Can you-
Mythbusters or
Something called Caching in the Northwest.
yeah, I don't know.
How was the experience at 30,000 feet?
That was wild to be able to stream live a podcast on YouTube on my phone on a plane going that fast above.
Was it 7 p.m. on a Thursday?
It was, but not where I was.
Oh,
Because I was over Greenland.
and how many time zones did you go through during the podcast?
I think 2. I think honestly 2 time zones. But that's it's flying on Delta, and they use Starlink, and so I was really impressed that there was no lag, there was no latency. It's just wild.
Now, do you have to have like some Uber first class privileges to get the Starlink access, or does the whole plane get access to that?
Everyone gets, as long as you're a Delta Sky Miles member, you don't even have to be a premium member. Just be a member of their frequent flyer program.
Okay.
And you get it for free.
Nice.
Wow, that's pretty easy to do, right? You just go sign up for free and
Yeah.
give them your
I think I have an account with like 10 miles over the past 30 years on it or something.
There you go.
But you could get it for free.
Okay.
When did you take a 10-mile flight? No, I don't want to
Well,
know.
some of the miles have expired or something.
Okay. Even if
There
you
was 10 miles of just taxiing across Dallas Fort Worth and back.
That is true.
I can tell you stories. My
Yeah.
wife has stories. Okay, so Starlink works really well. They're using that on airplanes. They're using that on ships
Yep.
to get
My crew-
good Wi-Fi. Yeah.
My cruise ship, it's Royal Caribbean and Celebrity both use Starlink, and
Okay.
their service is pretty. I cannot dispute Starlink as an awesome satellite internet
Yep.
service.
Yeah. I know several contractors I know have it just for
Mhm.
being out on remote job sites.
I have a nephew in Idaho who has it, and he says he's got the mobile version, right? And he'll go out camping and still be able to do Zoom meetings for work. And he
Yep.
goes, actually, I get better signal when I'm out in the middle of nowhere than I do in the city.
It's wild. It is wild.
So there you have it. Now, when you go caching overseas, be that, on a plane or on a boat, I usually take a GPSR with you, right? How do you load all that up?
Well, I used to do that. So I used to bring my GPS and I used to preload the maps, preload all the caches. But this trip was the first trip ever I didn't bring my GPSR.
What?
I used my phone.
A
You can do
phone
that?
to go geocaching?
I know, in a foreign country.
There's an app for that.
There is an app for that.
Love it. So, how did you?
Oh,
Except for I use an Android, so
yeah.
no Cashly for me.
At which point, Wits End flashes the Cashly logo. Thank you. We're gonna have to charge him double for this episode now.
That's right. But Cashly would have worked. So
Okay. So, how are you doing it with your cell phone? I assume you have a big, expensive cell phone plan that allows you to roam in 192 countries.
I could, except for one, my phone is actually my work phone, and it's be $10 per day to use it.
Sounds like AT&T.
That's AT&T, and my wife has Xfinity, which doesn't even. Well, I think it does now. It's $10 a day also for Xfinity cell phones. So that gets pretty expensive when you're out. We were gone for 20 days.
Ooh, okay.
So that would not have been economical for two phones to run on that plan. So I came up with an alternative.
You stole somebody else's phone.
I as soon as I got to Spain, I mugged someone and got their phone and downloaded the app and started going. No.
If you do that before customs, it's much easier. I'm just saying.
No, what I did is both our phones are eSIM compatible.
Mm-hmm.
So I purchased a eSIM that worked in Europe. I purchased a 1-month plan because that was the most economical.
Mm-hmm.
I got more data than she did. And it was just a data only plan. So if I wanted to use SMS or phone, it would not work. But all I cared about was data.
Sure.
Right.
I did try to save data by pre-downloading the maps, Google Maps and stuff like that, and preloading some caches on my phone. But this way, if I bought enough data, which I bought more than enough, I didn't have to worry about it, which was kind of the blessing on that.
Seems it was like a good way to go.
I think I paid $40 for my data and $15 for my wife's. Much cheaper.
Yeah. 2 days worth compared to, an entire month. Now,
yeah, exactly.
I think we need to describe an eSIM. Most people may not know this, but a SIM is that little card with metal contacts that you slide into the side of your phone that tells your phone it's okay to talk on this particular network, whether that be AT&T or Verizon or.
It's the subscriber identity module.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, in eSIM, most phones can do this. All modern iPhones, most modern Androids can handle eSIM. So you purchase an eSIM. This one, I scanned the QR code and it dumped it into my phone, and it's acting like a SIM. And I just go into the phone settings and tell the phone which SIM am I using. Am I using the hardware SIM or the eSIM? And some phones can handle multiple eSIMs at the same time. So you can swap between eSIMs if you want.
Like if you're going into multiple countries and one doesn't work well in one country, but it works better in the other. Like maybe if you're going to Morocco, there could be a whole different.
Right. So
work there.
And that good thing you brought that up. So I bought the eSIM for Europe, and Morocco's definitely not in Europe, even though you can see Europe. So Morocco, we were only there for 1 day, and my wife didn't turn on her phone. I turned on mine because I want to get a couple of caches and know where I was. So I paid the $10 for that.
Sure.
It's just easy, done. Didn't have to worry about it.
Mm-hmm. CRS98 says you can download a ton of stuff in the hotel ahead of time as to avoid charges with large things like maps, etc. when you can download over Wi-Fi.
Yep, exactly. And that's what I did. Made sure that maps were downloaded into the phone. So
Mhm.
Although I had enough data, it didn't matter. I still had data left over when it was done, but it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Did you try to sell that to anybody on the street? Hey, I've got some extra data here.
I got data here. You want some?
I got the good stuff.
Got the good stuff.
So, easy enough to add. Did you do it ahead of time, or did you wait till you got in country? I mean, I've heard of people there. Let me back up. There are some phones that handle 2 physical SIM cards, right? So you can go in country, go to a kiosk. Hey, I want to buy a SIM for just data. Slap that into your phone, off you go. But this one's an eSIM.
So I purchased it before I went over there, and I downloaded it, and I didn't enable it until our first landing point was actually in Paris at Charles de Gaulle, and I enabled it there to make sure it worked before we got to Spain. It instantly connected. So it was like, wow, this is super, super easy.
Wow, nice. So you bought it before you left and had it ready to go.
Yep. I was really impressed, and if I had used my SIM in Europe, I would have been lucky if they probably got 3G, because oftentimes the US phones won't do 5G in Europe, but with the eSIM, I was on 5G all the time.
Nice.
So that was nice.
Fantastic. Now, here in the Northwest, hold on, we're going to pop up. Keats94 says, Arlo is a good eSIM app.
You gave it away. That's what I used.
Oh,
he was watching you.
He was reading the show notes, wasn't he?
It worked really well. And I picked Arlo based on some YouTube videos I watched before I went. Looking at the different services. Like I said, the only drawback is I didn't have cell phone or SMS.
Right, sure.
But that's a minor. If I had an emergency, I could have swapped back to the other SIM and called.
Yeah, right. And there are data-based messaging apps you could have used probably to. So.
Right, I was using Facebook Messenger to contact people.
Yeah. And can't you make a phone call over Facebook, or you could over WhatsApp, or different?
I think you can. I didn't try it.
Yeah. Google Voice would probably work.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there are ways you could work around it. Sure. It's going to take a pile of data, but if you had to, right? So, here in the Northwest, we've got a lot of people going from the United States to Canada or vice versa, and I think most of the cachers I know have an international plan that lets them go into Canada relatively inexpensively, but this could be a really good option. Right. Yep. Now, can you buy it based on time or based on data? Could you say, hey, I want a gigabyte of data. When that's used up, I'll go buy another gigabyte.
So the Arlo was you buy a certain amount of gigabytes for a time period.
Okay.
But I think there's some that you can buy data as you go. It's more expensive that way as opposed to a fixed time.
Right. Right. You could hold on to that for a year or 2 years or whatever. Right.
Right. Exactly.
Until it's used up.
So they're betting with the time-based one, they're betting you're not going to use all your data.
Right.
But if you do go over your data, then you do have the option to purchase more data within that time.
Okay.
It's more expensive that way, but it works.
And was it easy to keep track of how much data you had used?
Yeah, I could go back in the Arlo app and it would tell me exactly how much data I was using.
Nice.
Brylang says, my cell phone plan gives me full service in Canada, US, and Mexico without roaming fees, plus limited roaming into 120 other countries at no additional cost.
Is that T-Mobile? Probably.
We'll have to wait to find out. We'll have to see what that is. It could be Orange.
Or it's just Canada.
Freedom.
Oh, Canadian company. Yep. Okay. Yep.
Freedom Mobile.
Of course. US, we're not free.
Why don't we have freedom?
I know.
CRS98 says our T-Mobile plan includes 15 gigabytes per month of high-speed data in 200 countries with no fees. 30 gigabytes in Canada and Mexico. Wow, you get more in Canada and Mexico? Huh.
Can really eat up that data.
Because Wet Coaster says in Canada, we pay through the nose for data. Yeah. And Heather says one of my first caches 14 years ago was hidden by SubwayMark. Beaverton Transit Center.
How appropriate.
That cache is still there.
14 years old. Wow, and still there.
It's still there.
Fantastic. Bryling says, you need a new plan, Gary. I have 90 gigabytes for $39. Why don't you just share some of your gigabytes? You don't need all those gigabytes.
I know. Come on, share it.
Just loan him 10 gigabytes for like $5. He'll be fine.
Okay, so you've got your eSIM and you're activating it for whatever country you're in. But the other barrier for many of us is language over there.
Mm-hmm.
Adventure Labs, I would think, were primarily composed in the local native languages there. How did you deal with some of those?
Yeah, Adventure Labs are definitely much more in the language of the local area. And although I can read some Spanish and maybe a little bit of Portuguese, it just wasn't worth my time when I wanted to explore more of the area. So the only Adventure Labs I did do are the ones at the airports, because they're all English, and that's pretty easy. I did do a couple in the cities, but it's just I'd rather do regular caching or virtuals or Earth caches. Earth cache is less. Monkey's not here. Less Earth cache is less than virtuals and traditionals. I could say that safely.
I like you now.
But yeah, elsewhere they're more challenging.
I can imagine. Now, I mean, I'm sure they don't have the Adventure Labs that say, where are the toilets? Because I can say that in multiple languages. But when they start getting into history and specifics, I kind of get lost because I don't know some of these words.
Well, and I worry about the spelling and the answers.
Oh, that's really good. CRS98 says Google Translate can help solve that.
It does. It's just time. And again,
time and data.
And also afraid of the spelling it wrong, or it has an accent though, and it's like, well, how do I put an accent on that A? How do I do that?
Press and hold the A. It'll pop up with all the accents available.
A?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to bring the Canadian aspect back into the show.
Well, thank you.
So okay. So Adventure Labs, I can imagine that running it through Google Translate and back, into an answer is going to take a lot more time than, quickly going through and reading it in your native language.
Especially if I'm on a cruise ship and we're just in a port for so many hours. I want to spend more time and experience other things.
Right.
Life is not all about geocaching.
Okay, we have to end the show here, folks. It was really nice having you on, Mark, but we're done now.
There are metros and trams to ride.
Oh, well, you got that. Okay, I'll give you that. I was going to say there are several logs I have read where people have traveled over from France and Germany, and they've done one log in English, and halfway through they switch to whatever language they're used to, which I think is kind of nice, right? It gives you that international aspect to geocaching that you may miss. But the translation doesn't work live on the page like that, and it's a little more difficult. So I get it.
Yep.
Well, apparently it's much less time than you think, says CRS98. It was much easier in France and Spain for me than I expected it to be.
And that's probably very, very true, honestly.
Maybe
I was just being more lazy.
A little time with Duolingo ahead of time, and you're ready to go. You can ask where the bathrooms are, and most importantly, how can you get to the library on the bus?
Biblioteca de El Paso.
Yeah. See, you already know it, don't you?
The weird part was when in Spain, I would speak Spanish when greeting, like at a restaurant or whatever, and then I must have spoke enough that it sounded local, and they would just start speaking in Spanish back to me, like, whoa, 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 whoa. English, por favor. And then they would smile and be happy that I tried. So
exactly. I found that almost everywhere, right? As long as you try. I remember when I was in France, and in Paris. Okay, so Paris is a big city, much like New York City, right? They don't have time to help people. They're busy. So I thought about it. I knew exactly what I wanted to say. I misconjugated the verb. Right. So wrong tense.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at me like, I have no idea what you're saying. But I got all the other words right.
Yes.
However, in French, the verb carries the entire meaning of the sentence.
True. Also, when I was in France years ago for work, and I was outside of Paris, and I was working with a local person, and I mentioned that Parisians seem to be very rude to tourists, and the guy says, "Don't worry, they're rude to anyone who's not a Parisian."
Right.
And they will know that you're not a Parisian.
Exactly. They know by your accent immediately. Yes. Okay. Oh, in Jerusalem, the caches are in English mostly.
Yep.
I get it in Arabic, but not Hebrew. CRS98, who very helpful tonight. Thank you, CRS98. You can auto-translate most pages. As Mark said, translating the answer back can be a bit more challenging in some cases. I like the ones where you could simply type in a number. That's the best.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And a little tip, if you're doing an adventure lab, put in how you want that answered, right? I'm looking for 3 words. I'm looking for a 3-digit number, or spell out the number, in letters or something. So
or number digits or whatever. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that it's easier for and you don't have to make them all multiple choice.
No.
You sure?
I kind of got burned out on multiple choice. Oh, yeah, that's true. Adventure Labs now support multiple answers as well. So you can enter the answer with or without the accents, upper or lowercase. Yeah, it's true. I don't know. Can you, Brylan, can you do a number as a number and a word? Like, the number 4 and FORE? Oh, no, sorry. That was the wrong. I was at a golf course today. FOUR. So, yeah, one answer in my ALs is 3 spelled out, not 3.
But that's also up to the AL owner to allow those answers,
right.
though.
Yeah,
so
4, 4, or 4, whatever you want.
So maybe I should put some of my answers as dyslexic answers too.
Yeah,
because
put in Quattro or something.
Yeah.
Oh, upper and lowercase answers have never mattered.
Correct. Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you. I'm learning things on this podcast. I find this podcast so interesting because I learn things every time I come here.
And why did he type never in caps?
I don't know. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Where are we?
I don't know anymore. But we've learned a lot about Adventure Labs. How about other caches?
Yeah, so I did do a bunch of caches. I was always gravitated towards the virtuals I would find. But I was proud of the fact that my first cache find in Spain was at the Bilbao metro station right at the entrance, which was right by my hotel. So,
of course it was.
So that was my first cache find in Spain. So that's always a good one.
Nice. Was that a sidetracked cache?
No, there was. Unfortunately, I didn't. The only sidetracked caches were in Portugal, and I didn't get to them, which was.
Okay.
But the cache name is Metro Bilbao, so it's GC7PT3Q. So that was my first one. The cache was actually halfway there. Because I found the magnet and the container was kind of falling apart. I contacted the cache owner, and he said, "Go ahead and log it." So,
nice,
nice of him.
No communication difficulties there using the GC chat.
No, matter of fact, he's replied in English, even though I was trying to do it in Spanish. So that was kind of nice.
He's probably got a babblefish. That's
probably true. But if I look at, I'm looking at my cache finds. Boy, several of them seem to be train related. Not sure why, but one was on an old steam locomotive outside of Chamartin station in Madrid. But yeah, and it's in Portugal. So in Lisbon, there were couples for about the trams and the funiculars.
Mm-hmm.
Lisbon's beautiful, and then Porto. Uh, Porto was interesting because we're on the tram from the port into the city, and we went by the station. It's like, that looks like an old train station as we went in the city. And then I went, oh, there's a geocache for it. Oh, it was an old train station.
Nice.
so, so that was kind of fun.
We saw a couple neat funiculars when we were in Pittsburgh.
I bet he
Oh.
doesn't even know they were there.
In Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
There's two of them.
Yeah, there's two of them
Oh,
there.
bummer.
Magnahell and
Uh-huh.
the Duquesne.
Yep, those are the two.
Yeah, we
Those
saw
are the
them.
those are the two.
They were cool.
Yeah, I like funiculars. They're always kind of cool. In Tangier, Morocco, there weren't too many caches. None about trains, but there weren't too many caches. But one was in
And you
Medina.
still went to the country?
I know it was a shocker,
Okay.
but I claimed Africa, so that was
Well,
good.
okay. Now I can give you that. Okay.
But it was in Medina, so the old city district, which is just these little alleyways with all these marketplace and stuff like that. And one of the cache was inside one of the stores. And
Really? Did you have to go ask for it?
I actually had looked up the cache in detail, so I knew what I was looking for. And the shop owner says, "I know what you're looking for. Would you like to buy this? Would you like to buy this?" Which, of course, I bought something because I felt like I needed to. But it was nice to claim, and I got another cache that was somewhere else in the old city. So, which was but caching by myself, because my wife, we did a tour of Morocco before Tangier via the cruise ship, and then we got back to the ship, and I said, "Bye, I'm going caching." Going by yourself in Tangier was a little nerve-wracking because the people would say you don't belong here, or why are you here? And
Mhm.
so, because I'm definitely not local, so I kind of stuck out like a sore thumb, but I played up my New York attitude. It's like, I'm just going. Bye.
Is there any time you felt unsafe or just uncomfortable?
Just uncomfortable. I've never felt unsafe. It's just uncomfortable. Knowing that people are watching, what is this guy doing?
Right.
Where's he going?
Right.
And that's not where I want to go caching, because then I'm probably really suspect.
Yeah.
So,
Right. And so it's not a feeling of unsafe. It's just you've got eyes on you because you're different and not from the area, and people are just watching and going, what is he doing?
Yeah, probably, wearing a T-shirt that identifies me as American probably didn't help either.
So you don't wear the Def Leppard T-shirt anymore.
That's right. But I've never felt unsafe. And Portugal is an amazing country. Really feels safe. They're very welcoming to foreigners over there, even more so than Spain. I've really liked. My wife and I said we need to go back to Portugal.
Interesting.
Even though the cruise ship spent overnight in Lisbon and then spent a day up in Porto, it's like that's not enough time. We definitely need to go back.
Kate's 94 says, I was told that the north shore of Morocco is the most sketchy part of the country.
That's where Tangier is.
So when you go into a city, a new country, how do you get around geocaching? Are you just picking up ones that are close to you? Are you looking for like the oldest in the country, the highest point?
Honestly, I look for the caches in the areas that I want to go.
Okay.
So I do identify a bunch of caches I'd like to get to. I may not get there, but I do identify a bunch. But then again, half the times I could forget, and I'm walking around like looking at everything to look at, and then I read, oh man, I should have got that cache that was back there.
Oh, I should be geocaching. Yeah.
I'm supposed to do that? Life is geocaching first, right?
Yes. And then you can look at things when you're walking back from finding the geocaches.
But I have learned with my hobbies, I need to prioritize stuff. So unfortunately, trains, trams, subways will always be one, and then geocaching. When I try to do them at the same time, I'll frustrate myself on both.
Mark.
I know.
You know what? That's okay. We expect you to have a life. Seabeck Tribe says, what tips do you have for going into ports or for geocaching while on a cruise?
Yeah. So actually the night before I do the trip, I'm already looking at the caches near the ports. But also the night before on the cruise ship, I pull up the map and say, okay, this is where we're going to be. What are the most likely caches I can get? And plus, I'm also looking at the recent finds. If I'm seeing DNFs all over the place, like do not go.
Yeah.
So that's the key. And then if you have a shore excursion, try to figure out where that shore excursion's going ahead of time, because you might, by happenstance, it'll stop right by a geocache and you can cache while everyone's looking one way, you're getting the cache the other way.
Right off the guardrail there, right?
Or wherever it is.
Look at this incredible waterfall. There's a guardrail on the other side of the road. I'm going to go get that.
I did that in Norway. But also, oftentimes these shore excursions will take you to the most visited spots, and a lot of times they're virtual caches right there.
Oh, sure.
So it's nice when you can get 2 for 1 like that.
Yeah.
Virtual or earth caches.
Yep.
Right. And if you've got a good tour guide or docent, they're going to tell you all the earth cache answers. You're like, hey, tell me about the glaciers I'm looking at this mountain. Well, here
it is. Or they'll just look at you cross-eyed like, what?
What are you doing? So it's important to know. My next question, which you already answered, is do you take the excursions or do you go off on your own?
I do both. This trip, the only excursion we did was in Morocco, in Tangier, mainly because I don't know the area well. But when we were in Lisbon, the port is right in the city. Walk right off, 10 minutes walk and you're in the center city. You gotta hop on the trams or the metro and you could go anywhere you want. And Porto, I was probably, my wife and I think we're the only ones that when we got off the shuttle bus to the exit of the port, we walked the 10 minutes to the metro, which is the light rail that goes into the city. I think most everyone took a taxi, or there's a bus that you can also take. But we took the metro because it was just easy. And it's a train. Go figure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And the metro in Porto goes across the Luis Bridge, which is a famous bridge in Porto, and it's just so gorgeous to ride the train over, and then we walked the bridge back over into Porto. It's just so awesome to see. The Porto is it's separated by the Douro River, and the Douro River is deep there, so it's a big canyon with just these all these buildings on either side going up the canyon. It's just gorgeous.
Nice.
That's why we need to go back.
Yeah. I think CRS 98 wants to go back. He says, I only have one cache find in Africa, which I found during a cruise, but it's a doozy. It's the virtual at the Great Pyramid.
Well, all you need is one.
That's right.
That's all you need.
I thought love was all you need, but one cache find, yeah.
Well,
in a state, true. In a country, that's all you need.
That is true.
So I understand not all of your cache finds during these cruises or during excursions.
That's right. Yep. So I like I said, I identify most of them. I try not to do like I do at home, cache by opportunity, where I just look at the phone.
Sure.
Because I want to be purposeful. So I try to find the ones that I'm most likely going to be able to find.
But you found them while on board the ship.
Oh, the ones on the ship. Oh, yeah. So this trip in Europe, I was expecting to have a virtual going by the Rock of Gibraltar, but there wasn't. I was actually shocked. It's like there should be a virtual on the Sea of Gibraltar right there, but there wasn't. So this one there was nothing I could find on the ship, but I have in the past. So Alaska, where you've seen the glaciers, there's usually an earth cache or a virtual at most of the bays that you see. Or when we cruised the Panama Canal, there was a virtual right there, which I almost forgot about when we're going through the canal. It's like, oh crap, I need to find that. And then in New Zealand, going through the fjords, so they had the Milford Sound and Doubtful Sound, and there was a third one. There was virtuals and earth caches there, which was
the unusual sound.
Yeah, very unusual. It was very doubtful.
Okay,
I forgot about it.
Oh, let's see. Heather has a couple in Egypt and one in Palestine, in Bethlehem, to be sure.
Nice.
To be
Wow, Bethlehem, that's pretty cool.
Bethlehem, yeah. Wits End, did you want to read this one from Keats?
That's a fantastic. We can't read that now, but okay.
Never mind then.
Yeah,
Oh.
Keats was in Morocco. Go ahead. First cache he found in Morocco was in the small village of Chef Chouen. Thinking no one knew about caching, sure enough, a local pointed me to the cache. Such a good memory.
That's
Nice.
awesome. That's awesome.
And speaking of Jafau, lots of erosion earth caches in the Caribbean. Almost every port.
There's a lot of erosion in the Caribbean. Hurricanes do that.
Yeah. Oh, don't give it away. That was the answer to that. There was the answer to 25 earth caches. In case you want to know, hurricanes. Okay.
Oh my. Oh my.
Wet Coaster says research before you go is vital. Search the area around the cruise ship terminals and any hotels you may end up at. Yep. Yeah, and especially if you're doing excursions, kind of do routes along or caches along a route. Go from the terminal out to wherever you're going, follow along the roads because, you never know. They're like, hey, we're going to stop here really quick. Go look at that. And then we'll get right back on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's the same thing as if you're taking the train. So we took the train from Madrid to Barcelona because that's where our ship left out was Barcelona. And you never know. There might be a cache at the train station.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can do that. Or
you just pull that cord and make the train stop so you can go out and get the cache and come back.
You could do that. I wouldn't recommend it, but you
Okay.
could do that. But
I did that once.
I have a virtual geocache at the Portland Union Station, and I get logs of people who most Amtrak trains lay over in Portland for about 30 minutes, and I'll get logs like, oh, we're just on our way from San Francisco up to Seattle or vice versa. And they just popped out for their smoke break and got a geocache, so which is always fun.
Nice.
And I give them points too. So if you found the cache by train, it's 20 points.
Oh.
By light rail or buses, it's 10 points. Walk-in is 5. If you took a car, 1.
Oh man, I'm getting 1 point.
It's all about a point.
I've been looking into Amtrak again. Both the Empire Builder and what's the one from Seattle to
Coast Starlight.
Coast Starlight. Yeah. Like it's, and I love the idea of it until I look at the price. It's like, oh, now I realize it's multiple days, food included, your lodging is included, but wow, that's a tough bill to swallow.
It is, and I haven't done I've done the train from New York to Florida overnight.
Okay.
A couple of times, but you think because I live in Salem, I would be able to take the Coast Starlight on the West Coast, but it's all about but I work for a living.
Right. Exactly.
So, that's still a dream. We want to take the Coast Starlight down to the Bay Area or LA. Because the train station's a mile from our house. I mean, it's not even.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Quick Uber or, rideshare or just a friend. Hey, you could walk it on a good day.
Yep. Easily.
Yep. There you go. Well, SubwayMark, it's been brilliant to have you back. Thank you. You always share good things about travel, which means I've got to go out and travel more now.
Let's go.
Okay. I'm going down to Portland. I know that's not much of a travel on the 13th of September for the big Geo Oregon block party for the, original stash. So that's coming up there in Shampooey, which nobody will ever find because it's not spelled anything like you think it should be.
That's correct. That's how they weed out the locals from the foreigners.
That's right.
How do you find Champoeg?
Champoeg. Everyone tries to make it sound French. It's like
Champir.
Even though one of the roads in the area is called French Prairie, so that what makes you think it should be you pronounce it French.
Oh no,
it doesn't work that way.
I'm not sure what Ken's referring to, but I have to agree. I've clearly made poor employment choices. As far as being able to travel as much as you want to. Yeah.
I can relate.
Skyhawker said, just finished an 11-day cruise to Iceland, Norway, Netherlands, Belgium, and London.
Wow.
That would be one heck of a swim. I'm glad you did a cruise.
Yeah.
And cold. But wow,
true.
those are some countries I'd love to go to.
Yep.
I've been to England, but I didn't do any geocaching. Was it before geocaching? Right, probably before I discovered geocaching. I have to go back then.
Yeah, we've been to Norway. So beautiful. That's a good,
Yep.
beautiful country.
We got a lot of people going to Shampooey. Heather, CRS 98.
I should be there in the afternoon.
And you got the oldest of the 4 in those countries.
Ooh,
Oldest caches in 4 of those countries.
nice.
Very cool.
We'll have to figure out which one he didn't get the oldest in.
Well, London's not a country, so.
Oh, there you go. I love it. I know we're supposed to be done by now, but IHAM says, did the Coast Starlight to the House of Mouse many years back.
Yeah.
It was a good way to go.
That would be a good way to go.
Skyhawker spoiled it. It was UK because London isn't a country.
That's right.
See, we're sharp sometimes. Well, when I say we, I mean, what's end. Okay, we're being called on time.
Oh boy, someone's
We're just having fun
pushy.
talking. Again, SubwayMark, thank you so much. If somebody wanted to get a hold of you, what's the best way to do that?
Use SubwayMark@gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook, Mark Kavanaugh, or SubwayMark. Website's ktransit.com. So you can find me at all different places.
Ooh, you have your own transit website.
We're sitting in a subway station in Madrid. Apparently.
You never know.
That's correct.
When time stands still.
That's right.
So, folks, thank you for taking the time to listen to this show. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Caching in the Northwest.
I'll tell you to take a moment to thank Landsharks and Cashly and Tourism Valemount. They are our corporate Denali level sponsors. Landsharks.ca is the outdoor adventure and geocaching store. Check them out online. They ship online orders daily. Cashly, well, it's the geocaching app for iOS. And whether you're seeking outdoor thrills or a peaceful retreat, Valemount awaits you. I'd like to thank all of our faithful Denali level supporters. That is Landsharks, Cashly, and Tourism Valemount, but it's also Cool Cow Cachers and Hawaiian Miley. If you, dear listener, would like to know more about supporting the show, click the Patreon link on the CachingNW.com website. Just like you, Dak.
And green words.
Limax.
Kid Vegas 19.
Mountain bike.
Keats 94.
Team Noltex.
The terrible tease.
Jakar.
Geocaches.
Kitty Quest.
Wet Coaster.
JT Coffee.
Skyhawker.
Allen.
Boomer 365.
BC Rockcrawler.
Seebeck Tribe.
The Caching Cants.
Whidbey Island Gal.
B Pendragon, sorry.
Gundark 2000.
Gas Station Tuna.
Trexer.
You Talks to Rocks.
GSM ×2.
And Teus.
Geo Karen.
Flagman.
Geoberger.
Railroad.
Just Carlo.
Butterfly Girl.
Alondro.
Korsgat.
Dora Moore.
Genies.
Lost Ken, who apparently made poor employment decisions.
Sprouter.
The Camp Clan.
CRS 98. Thanks for all your input tonight.
Just Finding Our Way.
Mnerv.
Peach of Washington or Iceland or Norway.
All over, yeah.
Anyway.
GeoNavPro.
Hey, there's this guy in the list called SubwayMark. Sounds like a neat guy.
Yeah, I like it. How about Logwork?
How about Ackerdock?
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Wraps him up.
Folks, thanks for taking the time to listen to this episode of Caching in the Northwest. Your support helps keep the quality shows coming. So if you like the show, please click the Patreon link on the cachingandw.com website. Better yet, share your ideas for things we can talk about. If you like the vibe, please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and give us a review. If you were in a restaurant, you would tip. If you were in a live audience, you would clap. But since you're on a podcast, leave a free, fabulous, fast, fantastic 5-star review. You can also call into 253-693-TFTC. And we know it works. I'm just saying, you can do it.
Thanks,
Leave
Brad.
us a comment, ask us a question, or smuggle us onto your next cruise. How about, yeah, that would work. Okay, never mind. Of course, you can email us at feedback@cachingandw.com. Join us every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific for a live show and chat. This show is produced by Chris Umfenauer, Jim Paulwitz, Jay Kennedy when he's here, and Brian Lang. Sorry, let me do out the full name just in case you needed to out him. The show's licensed under Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 license, copyright 2025 by Chris Umfenauer. And folks, I ask you to stay tuned for
The After Show.
the after show. Sorry, Brian Lang. Cliff says, or CS, see, I outed him too. CRS 98 says, I take the train to work 3 days per week. Light rail is nice.
Which city does he live in?
Well, I'm thinking he's going to Seattle if he's talking about the light rail.
I think
Okay.
he's north of Seattle, if I recall. I
Yep.
could be wrong about that.
I've done it a couple of times myself from Tacoma up to Seattle, and the train is so much nicer than the bus.
Yeah, the sounder's nice. The light rail link I found to be, at least in the south end, it took a circuitous path and was rather slow.
Yeah, especially through the Rainier Valley.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, but it's still nicer than being on the bus. You've got a little more space.
Yeah.
You know,
It's nicer than stuck in traffic on I-5.
Yeah.
For sure.
There you go. Linwood Center to Westlake.
Nice. Yeah, the north side is faster.
Yeah.
For sure. It's much higher quality.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we got that one. Any other?
Yeah, there's a few in there. Well,
Yeah.
did you mention earlier that the Cache and Cans were finally getting back into the swing of listening live?
I like the caching cans.
Yeah, thanks for doing
Nice.
that, Cache and
I
Cans.
saw them this weekend.
Nice.
Nice.
Cruz, BC Rock Crawler, says exactly what I did with my 64 Ford Galaxy in Victoria when I was attending vocational school.
It's a different kind of cruise. But yet, we are talking about cruise
It is
caching.
cruising.
We assume you went caching during that time, of course.
You can go around the cache 20 times that way.
Yeah, there you go, until you find it. Now I can spot it.
Seabeck Tribe, yeah, I was going to say, going on a cruise next summer with about 100 other fellow cachers and their muggle significant others. It's a snuggle muggle, is that what we call this?
Snuggle muggles. Yep.
We are
Well-
doing the Baltic Seas, if I remember correctly.
Ooh,
When-
nice.
When you put smuggle on the thing, all I could think of is muggle. And I'm like, snuggle, no, that's not right. Oh, wait, smuggle is really a word. Never mind.
Yeah.
you're smuggling people.
I-
Smuggler hold.
I still went deep down the caching rabbit hole of
Yeah.
acronyms that I couldn't come up with real English. So
Just remember, you want Han Solo to smuggle you, not snuggle you.
it depends. I think
Why did-
Princess Leia would have been happy.
Why did Han Solo send his steak back?
Hmm.
Because it
Why?
was chewy.
It was a little chewy.
Boom.
Seabeck Tribe is also back from a 28-day road trip with close to 700 finds along the way. She says, we got so many counties along the way, I don't have final stats yet.
Nice.
More than one.
It's
Caching Kent says, I'm 5 counties off of getting all the counties in Washington, and I have plans to get 2 of them soon.
Well done.
I'm 4 counties off,
Yeah,
and I'm going to have to go and see Wits End and then drive to Idaho.
I'm 4 or 5 off myself, but I have to go the other way.
I'm about 5 off from planning to do that next July 4th.
So
Oh, there you
Finish
go.
off- Finish off Washington.
And I was told if you don't have, what is that, Northeast Oregon, that county up there, do it while you're in Washington because it's easier to get across that border and find a cache than it is from within the boundaries of Oregon.
That's true.
Yeah, that would true. That'd be true.
Clarkson, Lewiston
Mhm.
area. Yep.
Don't go to Alaska in September, says Green Words. It rains everywhere.
It rains all the time anyway.
And that's when the mosquitoes, the size, that carry off,
Carry off little children.
yeah, are the size of small barnyard animals. Here's the FATAS from Caching Cans. SubwayMark may appreciate this. Sound Transit announced today that the Federal Way Link extension will be opening on December 6th. It essentially means that it's slightly undelayed.
Unlike the East Link.
Yeah.
Hey, but the Sound Transit is changing their rules to allow you to bring dogs on leashes on board their trains and buses.
So are you coming down on the 6th with your dog to ride?
Probably not the 6th, but
yeah,
there'll be a plan. King County Metro already allows dogs on their buses, so it's nice that Sound Transit's going to do it now.
IHAM wants to know: are you sitting in a rail? Boy, I lost it.
Sitting in a railway station, got a ticket for his destination.
See, that's why I don't sing. Any other
tour of one night stands, his suitcase and guitar in hand. Every night is neatly planned for a cashier and a one-man band.
Hey, you know what? I have a FATAS.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's not in the show notes, so I can't.
It's a FATAS. Happy birthday, Chris.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chris. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, gee, thanks.
He's blushing. Really look at that.
It's really hard to sing on this, isn't it? Because everybody's a little
speed. Lag time.
Yeah, you got lag and
it doesn't work that way very well.
Yep, that's right. Travel.landsharks.com if you want a geocaching cruise.
Or .ca if you want the site to work.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's embarrassing on my part, isn't it? Oops.
I won't tell. Nobody heard it.
Let's back up. Travel.landsharks.ca.
What's this in the chat? GCD.
Oh, no. Yeah. Very funny, people.
By the way, final FATAS. Wet Coaster says, I work on a transit extension project, but there's no subway involved. Guideway is all elevated.
Oh.
Where is it, Wet Coaster?
Well, I know he used to work in Alberta.
Yeah, I think he's working in BC now. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it could be BC Transit.
That could be.
Because they are extending the SkyTrain.
Yeah.
But I thought it was mostly subway. Oh, Langley SkyTrain. Okay.
Sorry, Langley.
There. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's it. That's elevated.
That's the sky part of it?
Yeah.
And as opposed to the sub part of it in the subway?
Yeah, exactly.
See, I figured this out.
What about the Sky Pilot?
I don't know anymore.
How high can you fly?
Why is ground beef, the lowest you can buy? Anyway. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I was going to say, folks, thank you so much. SubwayMark, thank you. Folks, thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. And until next week, go out and get some cake and eat and cash in the Northwest.